Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this. This is another weekly Wednesday video for you all. And so I'm going to do this a little bit different. This past month, we've been talking about so much, right? Interactive tools, how to get in front of everything. And I'm not going to share the screen this time, right? We will get back to those detailed lessons, those questions that people have been asking. We'll start those on in June, starting with the June monthly newsletter and then going into how to pay yourself, right? Because we want to make sure that you are making sure that you are in a good position and not scrambling at the end of the year. So we need to talk about different entities and things of that nature. And the number one question I get when people do business consultations with me is, how do I pay myself? What are my expenses? And I think I've gone over those more than enough, but I don't mind going back and revisiting them. This month, I want to end everything and saying, y'all, notices are coming out at the state levels and at the IRS level. They are back. They are in full swing. We are in an election year. They are pushing what they need to be pushing. Budgets have been approved enough to be like, hey, we know we need to fund the IRS more. We need to collect more. Inflation is inflationing. Y'all, don't pay me no mind. Stuff is expensive, right? The dollar is weaker. Life is lifing. But I want you to understand, taxes ain't going nowhere. I say that all the time. Taxes are not going nowhere. Accounting for your money is not going anywhere. However, doing it correctly is. And I say this industry wide. I'm noticing this one can do it cheaper than this one. This person can do it cheaper than that person. This company can do it cheaper than this company. This company will offshore to India. This company will offshore to the Philippines. This company will do that. This company will answer this. You don't have to worry about it. AI is doing it all. Technology is technologying. Robots are coming in. It's happening. Okay? You can always find somebody to do it cheaper, quicker, faster. But this is the one thing I want you all to remember. Whether you have a business, you're thinking about owning a business, you got a W-2 and you somebody employee, you have to be responsible for your own coins. You have to understand what is going on with your own coins. You got to get it straight with your own coins. And if you do not understand money or math getting you confused, remember that most of the time in accounting, we're not even doing anything that has to do with geometry or calculus or chemistry or biology. Like, it's not. It's just basic numbers. We are doing addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The thing that makes it complicated or the thing that makes it overwhelming is you don't know the rules. And if you don't know the rules, I want to highly encourage you, now that busy season is over, before we go into an extension season, take the time to do a consult. And it don't have to be with yours truly. Take the time to do a consult. If you want to ask some questions and you are a client of mine, you can either submit a question and we'll answer it in a weekly session, or you can submit a question in the portal, and depending on what you ask will determine whether or not I tell you to do a paid consult. Okay? Because the information exists, but in a way that may be overwhelming. That's where someone like myself comes in, who helps to demystify the entire concept. There are things that I can meet you where you are to break it down into palatable pieces so you understand how accounting and taxes actually work together. And I'm not talking about your checkbook or your personal financial statement. You're like, why are they sending me this? What's going on here? I don't know. Why am I paying this much in tax? Y'all are asking the same questions over and over, which is why I spent the time this month going over the IRS interactive tools. Now, the state changed their stuff a little bit more. But if you want to know something about a specific state, that don't mean that I won't take the time to help you understand it and research it so we can break it down so that you can understand how you can leverage stuff for your specific situation. However, I am not going to do that for free. Now, I may hit on a topic and give it to you in a weekly video at a high level. But if you want to get to the specifics of your situation based on the hours and expertise that I have, the experience I have of years of auditing, the degrees I have, etc., I'm not going to do it for free. I'm not. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not going to charge you an arm and a leg, but I'm not going to do it for free. We are going to take time. We are going to get to the nitty gritty of it. We are going to break stuff down so that you can absorb it. And my consultations are paid for that reason, so that you can get my time allocated for me to give you my undivided attention. So I want you to understand that, first of all, you can be in control of all your financial situation. Yes, with prices going up, with the dollar getting weaker, with the tax brackets doing what they're doing, while we're going into an election year, the one thing I definitely want people to pay attention to when we get into the debate season is what these politicians are going to say about taxes and what they're going to do with the money that goes out to taxes. Who's the money going to go to? Is it going to go to the states? Is it going to go to the federal agencies? Are the federal agencies going to disperse it down to the states? What is happening in your local area? And let us be better. Let us all not just pay attention to the presidential stuff that's going on. Let's pay attention to our local levels, right? Because those are the decisions that impact us the most. Those that are local, right? And so therefore, I want you all to know that as I plan out the rest of the year to do weekly videos, go back to doing a podcast, to creating digital products and courses and things that will allow people to have different access to me at different levels. Know that you can submit the question to me, and that depending on what it is, I will give you the information, or at least lead you to the source in a way that will allow you to make decisions that's best for you and your household. Please. I don't want anyone getting caught up. I had a client some years back say the one thing he did not want was to go into retirement with a whole bunch of tax debt. And so I have some clients that are getting to that point, and I don't want y'all to go into retirement with tax debt. I don't want you to live the best years of your life even before you get to retirement and tax debt. Let's do things different. Let's get in front of our situation. Let's clean up our past situations, and let's move forward. Y'all, May has allowed me to kind of go back and reflect, do some new things. Y'all see the green, the money green. This is my hair. This is dyed. We are doing a new thing. Y'all know I love all things green, because it's for life, prosperity, just so much. And I want you to know that at Total Tax Experience, here with me, Patrice L, aka the Tax Cop, I really do care. I really do want you to get it. It's not about the money. It's about the concept. But I'm running a business, and we got stuff that we got to pay for, software, my team, etc. But at the end of the day, I want you to get it. I want you to be in control of your financial situation, and I want us to stop putting our head in the sand and pulling that ostrich mode. It is not good for us with the way that technology is moving faster and faster and faster each day, and how we need to be in front of and understand how currency is moving and the things that we can do to leverage it so that we understand what is happening and are in more control of our finances than not. You can make money, but can you keep it? Can you pay Uncle Sam and the state what they are due and still be able to leverage and build the wealth and the things that you want for you and your legacy? That's really what we're focused on. And we'll see what happens in May, y'all. Y'all keep me straight. We'll see what happens in June, because it is the end of May. This is the last video for May. Let's see what happens in June and see what happens as we move forward. There's still 2 more quarters left, right? 2 more. We're in the middle of Q2. June 1st is around the corner. We got 2 more quarters, full quarters left. Let's use Q2 to plan out what's going to happen in Q3 and Q4, so that when we get to Q1 next year, this tax time, we ain't sweating. It's all taken care of. Until next week, y'all, have a good one.